Hello, good morning to one and all. In this session, we are going to learn about how can we generate dry URLs in Django. In the last session, we have learned about how can we generate static and a dynamic template in Django and as well as how the variables are communicated in Django. So while creating a static and a dynamic template, we have used the concept of URLs. Yes, while generating a dry URL, we are going to use the concept of regular expressions. I will quickly open my Visual Studio Code. So my project name is Apple and my application name is iPhone. So in my project, I am going to open urls.py file where we are going to mention the dry URL. So while mentioning a dry URL, I have used the concept of regular expressions. So while generating a dry URL, we can have two methods. One way is getting a response and other way is we can navigate it to another HTML file. So in views.py file, I have written two types. The first way is by using HTTP response method, we can generate certain responses for the dry URL or even we can navigate it to another HTML page. But remember, while writing these HTML pages, all the HTML pages has to be addressed or mentioned in a template folder in the application. So my application is iPhone. In my application, in the templates folder, I have mentioned about.html and as well as homepage.html. In both HTML files, I have written certain code. So after all these changes, I will verify whether the settings.py file is correct or not. So in settings.py file, I am going to import OS and as well as I am going to mention my application name in installed_apps and as well as in the template block, I am going to make my template folder as a base directory for Django. So after all these corrections, I am going to start my server. Again, I will restart my server. So by using a command called python space manage.py run server. Yes, the server is started. I am going to check whether the dry URL is created or not. So this is the first dry URL and I will change it. This is the second dry URL. Now I am going to generate the response for a dry URL. So for this, I am going to make these code as active and these code as inactive. Yeah, let me check whether the response is generated or not. I will refresh it. Yes, the response is generated clearly. So in this way, the URLs can be generated in a Django. Thank you.